Welcome to another edition of eYe Education. I'm your host, Ed Leicius. ETV has invited all of the candidates running for the Board of Education in the November 7th election to participate in an interview so that you'll get to know them and help you make your decisions on Election Day. And joining us on this program is Kimberly Whittaker. She grew up in Nashua on Pine Street, went to Lead Street School, Elm Street, and was in the first graduating class from Nashua North. Yes. Kimberly, welcome to eYe Education.
Thank you. Thank you, Ed. Nice to be here.
You're a candidate on November 7th for the Board of Education. Before we ask you why you're running, tell us a little bit about who is Kim.
All right, Kimberly Whittaker. I'm a mother of three, a wife of one and only. I'm a daughter, a sister, and a community service person. In my free time, besides running my children to football practices and whatnot, I volunteer at Toll Street Mission. I'm also on the first school program at my son's school fairgrounds. But I like to learn languages. I'm currently teaching myself Spanish. I've learned sign language through school and other programs, that after school programs from South, night programs. I enjoy cooking, sewing, making some costumes this for Halloween for my boy, and all around just being a mom.
You mentioned the Toll Street Mission.
Yes.
Very familiar with that.
Yes.
And I just learned today that the pastor, Peggy Smith,
Yes.
that was your grandmother.
That was my grandmother.
So
founder.
You started early in life.
Oh my goodness.
Giving
yes.
back.
Absolutely. I was always with my grandmother. The mission was down the street from the house that my mom purchased. And so it was second nature to go down there, definitely for church. And just to ride with my grandmother, bringing people food and different clothing and just giving rides, all type of stuff. I feel like that community service aspect is just like built in me. So to grow up as an adult and be able to give back to the community is natural.
This your first run for elective office?
It absolutely is. This is my first run for anything.
Why the Board of Education?
The Board of Education, because I'm passionate about education, I'm passionate about children, I'm passionate about the way that they learn, and I want to continue my community service through another avenue, which now is Board of Education.
What do you see as the top 2 or 3 priorities facing this next board going forward?
That is a good question, Ed. The priorities right now lie in this is me hearing stuff from just being in meetings and talking to people, because I don't think Nashua School District is absolutely perfect. There's always issues in anything, but I think that they're doing well right now. But the issues that are arising are the new schools, the possibility of closing any of the schools that we have here in Nashua, the curriculum, the reading curriculum, is, I know, something that's on the table for change, because science of reading is coming back into play, and we need to re-explore and reevaluate how we're teaching our students. So that's something that's important to me. Also, one more, I would say the teachers, the union, the support that they're receiving, and maybe lack thereof sometimes in our district office. I know that a lot of things are changing over with different staff, but I do know, because I do have teacher friends and people that still work in the school district, and I know that there's a little bit of lack of support there. So I would like to explore that and see what we can do to give these teachers, especially the long-term teachers, more support.
You're the mother of 3?
Yes.
Any school-age children?
Yes, 2 of them. I have a senior at North Yes, a senior at North.
A senior?
A senior in high school. I
How
have to
does
say
that
it-
make you feel?
You hear I had to say it twice because I have to make it real to myself. But yes, my boy is a senior at South. At North. I'm sorry. It's been a long road to get here. Even now today, it was a struggle getting him off to school this morning. So nothing is perfect in the world of a teenager. I also have a very active 11-year-old at Fairgrounds Middle School who does sports, football, basketball, hockey. And then I have a 2-year-old who's not quite in the school yet, but she'll be there soon.
So you have your hands full.
Full.
And you're active in their activities at school?
Absolutely. I tried to be. So Levi leaving, that's my middle son, leaving New Surrows. I was involved in PTO there, and it was very fun. I met so many people, and it was awesome to be able to get involved in the school directly, being in there, talking with principal, being able to go into the front office and just knowing people and faces. So I want to do the same thing at Fairgrounds. Their PTO isn't as big, but I'm still going to be there and be involved. Senior, not too much involvement there. Just can I have a ride to and from driver's ed?
Oh, well, he's in driver's ed.
Yes, he is.
That will bring the gray hairs.
Yes.
Everything else will seem
And
mild.
sweaty palms. Yes, it does.
Now, what have you been doing for your campaign? Have you been going door to door or attending forums or things like we're doing here today?
So the first forum was at South. That was just incredible. It was awesome. The production was great. It was fun. It was a good learning experience.
That was the students, right?
Yes, the students, yes, run. They asked the questions. It was great. Also, I've been going door to door. I've been honestly focusing on my neighborhood because I want my people to know me, the people that I know directly and see walking their dogs and talking to. I want to get their questions so that I'm prepared for the other questions. The next one is the library forum for the women voters of New Hampshire. That's coming up next. Also, I bring my tracts to the grocery stores and just the football field, wherever I am, just to give them out and give people an opportunity to ask me any questions.
What are some of the questions you're getting from people as you talk to them?
So I've gotten a lot of questions about if I'm for parental rights in the school, how I feel about I have to use the right word, the behavior program that they have there. I'm at a loss for words. But I've gotten different questions about what I'm running for, why I want to run, that type of thing.
Getting a lot of feedback on the proposed redistricting?
There you go. That was the word, redistricting. It left my mind. The proposed redistricting. There's a lot. There's just, it's so back and forth. I haven't seen a common middle ground because the people that want it there, the new school there are all for it, redistricting and just switching things around, possibility of closing other schools for financial reasons. And then there's other people that are not liking it at all. They've thought that their kids were going to go to this school forever, and now they're redistricting, so they can't go to that school, or there's too much money being put into it, and there's opinions everywhere. So for me, I'm a person that I like to hear the facts. Let me hear the facts. Everybody's opinion is fine. I'm always open to hear those because it gives perspective when you do hear the facts on which way to lean.
If you're elected, and you can make one change during your first term as a member of the Board of Education, what would you like that change to be that people will say, Kimberly did that?
Curriculum and new updated teacher training. That's what it would be for me.
Anything specific on the curriculum?
The reading curriculum, updating that, and then science curriculum, just making it more important in the elementary schools. Because I know was a small story, my fifth grade teacher at Mount Pleasant, I just went there for a year before we moved, maybe two. A fifth grade teacher, Mr. Hansen, Jim Hansen, has been a teacher in the district forever because he was my son's fifth grade teacher at New Surrows. So seeing him and talking to him all the time, doing the conferences and everything, one thing that he mentioned is there's just not a lot of time for specific things like science. They're involving reading and math skills and other stuff that has to come into play, and there's just not enough time for that. And I personally think that it's important. Science is very important as a foundation for children's learning.
We have a few minutes left here. People watching. What would you like to say to the voters of Nashua on why they should vote for Kimberly Whittaker on November 7th?
All right. First of all, thank you for having me here. This is a wonderful opportunity to be able to talk to the Nashua residents. When you're going to vote for our school board members, consider perspective, consider new options and opinions, and adjusting to change. Change can be good, change will be good. So when you're going up there, just think of me as a parent who has your children's best interest at heart. I've worked in the school district. I've worked around children. I have a deep love and passion for education, children, and how they grow. So when you're going to the polls, just think of me as a mother that has you and your family, the community, and your children at heart.
Nashua native,
Yes.
Kimberly Whittaker.
Yeah.
Thanks for being with us today, and best of luck to you on November 7th.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Congratulations.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you for running. You've been watching a special edition of eYe on Education featuring the candidates for the Board of Education in the November 7th municipal election. This series will continue. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.